Hey guys, welcome back to Lotus Loft. Good morning. We are here this morning. We have a really special treat. So we have Crissy Florio is going to be our instructor this morning. Those of you who are part of the Lotus Loft community know Crissy very, very well. She's one of our best instructors here. And then we also have Mel, who's one of our newer instructors. And she does our amazing Vinyasa classes here, Vinyasa, Flow and Restore, that have become increasingly popular. We are following all of the community rules and rules that are set out by our governor for social distancing. We made sure our mats are 6 feet apart, not touching each other, not hugging each other, and for the yoga community.
So hard.
Very
hard.
It's very, very hard for us not to hug and kiss one another when we see each other. But it's really important that our YouTube viewers know that we are also following the rules. However, we feel it's very important at this time to be able to bring something that is absolutely necessary and essential to all of you from our home base. I've been putting videos on there from home or any place that I can get to some weights, yoga, HIIT training, and today we're going to be doing it from home base with Crissy. So I'm going to let Crissy take it from here. Thank you guys. Enjoy.
Good morning, everybody. All right, so today we're going to be focusing on some twists. We've all been indulging, I'm sure, tapping into those snacks, quarantine snacks and stuff. So we're going to kind of help detoxify our bodies. And actually create a little bit more space, both mentally and physically in our bodies. One thing I want to encourage everybody at home to do, it's one thing when we're in a room with instructors that can kind of help show us what we're kind of doing wrong or help us guide us into the poses a little bit safer. When we're doing it at home, I want each and every one of you to be super, super mindful when you're getting into all of these postures. I always encourage people to step outside of their comfort zone and try different things. But when we're in this type of capacity of teaching, I want you to kind of be a little bit more mindful as to going into some of those different challenges, some certain things that you've never done before. Because I want to keep everybody safe in their at-home practices as well. So really listen to the cueing. Mel is going to go ahead and do some of our modified versions, and Andrea will do some more of the advanced modifications. I want everybody to make sure they have a block, at least one, or something equivalent to it, because twist, really I encourage a block with all twists, but everybody's a little different. So keep one handy just in case you might need it. We're actually going to start lying back. I'm going to be kind of intermittent, doing some of the practice and talking through it. So we're going to actually lie on our back, starting in Shavasana. I'm going to turn my phone on Do Not Disturb and put my music on. So as you lie back in a supine position, go ahead and extend the legs straight out, letting the palms either face up to receive, or you certainly can palms face down to help you just simply ground down a little bit more. And then float your eyes closed, allowing yourselves just to become aware of your surroundings, feeling your spine rest into your mat. Starting to take a few moments and simply scan through your body, just kind of noticing where you're at today, noticing emotionally, physically, energetically. We all have a lot going on internally in our minds, so we're going to hopefully allow ourselves to kind of step into more of a mental clarity space, releasing some of that built up tension and stress. And one amazing tool that we all have within us at all times is our breath. Our breath is going to allow us to really kind of step into our bodies and lessen the mind. So let's take 3 deep resetting breaths here. So as you inhale, fill the belly. Start to feel the lungs expand in every which direction. Feel the heart start to lift. And then open up the mouth and exhale. Allow all that stress, anxiety, and stale energy to leave the body with that exhale. And again, inhale, fill through the belly. filling the entire body with that fresh breath and oxygen. Opening up the mouth and exhale, sighing out the stale, the old, letting go. One more just like that. Inhale to fill. Hold it at the top of that inhalation. Exhale through the mouth, release. Completely draining the lungs. And now let's leave our lips to touch, keeping them pressing into one another softly. Inhaling once again in through the nose. Bringing that life, that prana into the body, holding it at the top of that inhalation. And now exhaling through the nose. Feeling that exhale leave through the back of the throat, through the nostrils, and once again, deflating the body, deflating those lungs, the stale breath. And start to find that rhythm and pattern. Inhale. Seeing if you can take your inhale to a 2, a 4, or even a 6 or 8 count breath. Holding it full for about 2 to 4 counts. And then trying to find an equal exhalation as you exhale into that same 2, 4, 6, or 8 count exhale. And then once you get to the bottom of that exhale, really allow yourself to kind of suppress there, hold there, empty. And again, keep with that rhythm. And as you're starting to connect to your own breath, notice what it's doing to the body. Notice how you're starting to shift. Notice how your body's starting to become a little bit more calm. Taking about 3 more rounds of breath off on your own. And reminding yourself to just do what you can today. As you breathe, we draw in positivity, light, and love, understanding, compassion. As we exhale, we free ourselves of any anxiety, expectations, or judgments. So through this practice, as you continue with your breath, allow yourself to be all here on the 4 corners of your mat with the 3 of us and with your own energy. When you find your next inhale, if you can, either bring your hands to your heart center, third eye, or maybe one hand to heart, one hand to belly. Keeping the eyes closed, set an intention. And this intention can be a mantra. It could be a specific goal or motto that you like to go by. Just to bring some presence into and understanding and peace and compassion into why you are here. What are you seeking to gain? What do you need to release from this practice? Allow yourself to come back to this intention throughout the entire practice, maybe throughout the day. On the next inhale, go ahead and reach those arms overhead. Feel a nice full stretch to the body. Maybe flex and point the ankles, circle the ankles around. And then when ready, next inhale, go ahead and hug that right knee into the chest, grabbing a hold of your shin. When you draw that right shin bone in, again, flex through both of the feet to activate the rest of the body. You can allow that right thigh to hug in towards the chest or maybe outer part of that right rib cage. And again, if you need to, just circle the ankle around. It's morning where we're at. If you're watching from other countries, maybe afternoon, so your bodies might be a little bit more open. It's super important to listen to your bodies and give it what it needs in these little adjustments. Taking a little gentle belly twist here, let that right knee flow over to the left, rotating to the outer part of that left hip. And then when you're ready, extend the right arm out to the side, looking down past those right fingertips. Rooting the right shoulder down, being not so concerned if that right knee touches the earth or not. I'd rather you ground down through both shoulders. Taking a few deep breaths here. With each inhale, bringing life in. With each exhale, allowing yourself to settle deeper into this twist, deeper into the posture. And then as you inhale, slowly come back through center, hug the knee back into the chest. Feeling the spine come back to the earth. Go ahead and reach the right leg up towards the sky. Now you can grab a strap or a towel, wrap it around the ball of the foot. You can reach behind the hamstring, the calf, or if you have the flexibility, maybe taking your two finger grip hold of the big toe. Keeping that left hand onto the left hip to keep the hips rooted down. Continue to draw the right leg in a little bit closer, feeling the stretch through that right hamstring. And then when ready, we're going to draw that right leg out to the side, out to the right, keeping that left hip rooted down. Feeling now that stretch wrap through the inner thigh, through the groin. Inhale, slide it back through center. Take that left sole of the foot onto the floor, coming into a figure four. Crossing the right ankle over that left thigh. And then reach and grab a hold of the left hamstring, lifting that left leg up with you. And then if you can, press the right knee away from the midline with that right elbow. So it's kind of a dual sensation here. As you're drawing the left thigh in a little closer, you're drawing the right knee further away. Everything else is still soft. The breath is still moving, fluid. Bringing life in and letting stress leave. Inhale, slowly start to release the left foot onto the earth. Reach the right leg back up towards the sky. Flex the foot. And then just draw the leg in a little bit closer without using your hands. So we're really starting to engage in the hip flexor and the thigh without guidance, without struggle. Inhale from here, exhale, lower that right leg all the way down toward the earth. Once it touches, press out through the heel and slide the left knee into the chest. Grabbing a hold of that left shin bone, doing everything that we did on the right side, now on the left. And always noticing how different sides of the bodies feel, right? Maybe a little bit more tight on one side or the other. When we're ready on our next inhale, take the twist. Let that left knee come over to the right. Roll to the outer part of that right hip as you extend the left arm out to the side. And if okay, the neck and the shoulders, let the gaze follow suit past those left fingertips. And as you stay hanging here for the twist, whenever we come into postures where we're pausing, not moving too fast, it does give us the opportunity to reconnect back to our breath, reconnect back to our intention, and not let ourselves get into our minds too much. Next inhale, slide back through center. Regroup so the entire spine, including the low back, onto the earth, and then reach that left leg to the side. Again, noticing if this side feels a little bit different, you may need to adjust the hands, but you can take it behind the hamstring, calf, ankle, big toe, or strap around the ball of the foot. Press up through that heel so you feel the entire stretch to the back of that left leg. Right hand can come to the hip just as an extra weight. Because as that next breath enters in, we're going to draw that left leg out to the left, flexing through both of your feet. So I want you to think about rooting down, grounding down from that right leg, the entire right leg from the hip down. Continue to breathe, drawing the leg out and more towards the top left corner of your mat. Inhale, slide through center, take the right sole of the foot onto the floor, preparing for that figure four. Left ankle crosses over that right thigh. Once you find that position, lift the leg, thread the hands up behind that right hamstring. Drawing in a little bit closer, and sometimes keeping this right leg active and lifted is a little bit more intense than just letting the heel fall towards the glute. So you can find either one of those variations that might suit you. But press the left knee a little further away so you feel the sensation through that left outer hip and thigh. Release the right foot onto the earth, release the left leg to the sky, palms down by your sides, flex that left heel, and then again, try to draw the left leg in a little bit closer without using your hands. Pressing the heel up, your leg may be a little bent, that's totally okay. Inhale from here, exhale, slowly lower the leg all the way down towards the earth. And then let that right leg meet it, reach the arms overhead, feel a nice full stretch to the body. Good, and then hug those knees into the chest. Maybe rocking from side to side, massage the low back out. And then with the next breath, we're going to start to rock forwards and backwards, just kind of massaging the spine a couple of times, just rock and roll a couple of times. And then we're going to find our comfortable seat coming into Sukhasana. It doesn't matter which shin bone is in front. Just let the tailbone root down to the earth, cross one leg in front of the other. Inhale, arms will reach up towards the sky. As we exhale, draw the hands into your heart center or third eye. Pause here for a moment. Feeling that energy as the head is above our heart now. Feeling connected as the tailbone is rooting down into the earth, grounding us down, knowing that we are present and here in this moment. Either keeping the eyes closed or blinking the eyes open. Inhale, arms will reach back out and up. As we exhale, we're going to lower our right fingertips down towards the earth. Take a side body stretch. Breathing through that left side body, rooting down through that left sits bone. So when we twist, we need to bring some mobility and flexibility into the side body. So breathe into the left rib cage. Inhale, come back through center, palms to press overhead. Reach out through those fingertips. And then exhale, lower the left fingertips down, up and over to the left. Try to walk those left fingertips out as far as your body will allow. And either taking the gaze up if that feels okay on the mat, or you can keep it straight forward or down towards the earth. Inhale, come back through center once again. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful, guys. Crossing over those ankles, and we're going to come into a tabletop position. So taking those hands directly underneath those palms. I'm going to turn sideways just so you can see how we want to become really active in this tabletop position. So we're going to spread the fingertips nice and wide. Instead of dipping down into the shoulders and kind of letting the belly just dip down, I want you to think about pressing away from the earth so you feel an activation start to happen through the shoulder blades. And then I want you to think about the same thing with the belly. Draw the navel to spine so we feel a little bit more lengthening in the pelvis and in the low back. Now from here, looking between the hands, inhale, let the belly draw down, lift the tailbone, gaze up towards the side. Exhale, tuck the tailbone round through the spine, draw the chin towards the chest. And again, inhale, moving from the pelvis first. Tailbone lifts, belly draws down, heart engages. Exhale, press away, chin to the chest. One more time, yogis. Inhale. And exhale. Come back to that neutral spine. Just kind of wiggle out those hips a few times. And then we're going to take a nice little spinal twist here, threading the needle. So left hand is going to stay down. Inhale, right arm's going to reach up towards the sky. And then thread it underneath that left arm, lowering the right shoulder, temple, and right cheek down towards the earth. Then walk those left fingertips to the top left corner of your mat and draw the left sits bone down. So you can stay and hang out here, feeling that left side body stretch and the right shoulder stretch. Or you can reach the left arm up towards the sky, or maybe take it into that back pocket or opposite legs. But try to maintain that left side body elongation by drawing the left sits bone back towards the Namaste wall or towards the back of your leg. When you're ready for that next inhale, slide that left hand back underneath the shoulder, and then inhale, root to rise, reaching the right arm back up towards the sky. Maybe circle that right arm out a couple of times. And then a couple times in opposite direction. Remembering to feel the feels, feel the sensations that your body is giving, and then playing the right hand down. Just doing that on the other side. Inhale, left arm sweeps. Exhale, thread it underneath that right arm, lowering the left shoulder down, and then the left side of the face. Walk those right fingertips out and draw back with that right sit bone. Again, stay here. Enjoy this stretch if this is good enough for you. If you need a little bit more, maybe right arm reaches to the side or into that back opposite of the face. If you're taking that opposite bind with the arm, really rolling the heart more towards the side wall. Continuing with the breath, we're going to take one more breath here. Skiff down, slowly release the right arm. Plant it back down towards the earth to help lift the upper body up. Inhale, left arm seats. And again, take out those circles, flush out. A couple times one way, a couple times the other way. Good, and then plant that left hand down. Tuck the toes, lift the knees about an inch or two off of the earth. So we're coming into a floating or a hovering tabletop position. Starting to feel the navel to spine, the hips slightly scoop forward. Then from here, melt the heart and the chest back, coming into turbo dog. Bow the head down. Inhale, straighten through the legs. Exhale, lower the heels down. Downward facing dog. So our first down dog. Rooting down through the palms, maybe starting to bring some subtle movements into the body. Again, I'm going to turn sideways so you can kind of see what it looks like. Lifting up from the tailbone, melting the heart and the chest back. Try to stay strong and active through the arms as well. So as you reach down through the fingers and hands, especially through the pointer and the thumbs, you feel this like suctioning happening through those palms, which helps release a little bit of tension off the wrist. Let the head hang heavy, maybe nod the head yes or shake the head no. Right? We hold a lot of tension in our head, neck, and shoulders, so we can really let that hang. We're decompressing out of the cervical spine. Good, and then inhale, lifting through both of your heels. Take a deep bend into the knees. Find that turbo dog once again. Bending into the knees, melting the heart and the chest back. Inhale, straighten through the legs. Exhale, lower the heels down. Being completely okay if the heels do not touch. Right? They can stay lifted and hovering. Just feeling gravity draw them down a little bit closer. When you're ready, inhale, lift through those heels, look up to the top of the mat. I want you to mindfully walk up to the top. So take your heel, follow the foot toe down. And then your heel, follow the foot toe down. Walking all the way up to the top of your mat to find your first forward fold. Right? So your feet are going to come hip distance. Inhale, once you arrive, lift up halfway lift. Maybe hands slide up the shins, maybe hands blocks. Exhale, bend into the knees and just take this first forward fold off. Right? Letting the crown of the head hang heavy, lifting the tailbone, maybe hanging ragdoll, grabbing the whole elbow to elbow. Just bringing any organic movement into your body. So you can pedal your feet, you can wiggle the hips, you can sway that upper body from side to side. Right? We're just starting to decompress the spine a little bit. We're starting to open up the back of the hamstrings, the backs of the legs. Good. Release the fingertips down towards the earth. Inhale, lift up halfway lift. Look out, lengthen. Maybe the legs straighten a little bit more. Exhale, deepen your fold. Inhale, either reverse your swan dive or roll all the way up, coming all the way up to our first standing posture. Inhale, arms will reach overhead once we arrive. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Inhale, once again, arms are going to reach out and up. Exhale, swan or bow. Lead with that heart, shifting the weight forward to the balls of the feet, right? So we're taking our time to come all the way down. Inhale, lift up halfway lift. Bend deeply into the left knee. Take that left hand down to the block or the floor. Inhale, right arm's going to reach up towards the sky, straightening the right leg as much as you can. Option to keep the right hand lifted or maybe take it into that opposite hip crease. Inhale. Exhale, unwind everything, fold it forward once again. Plant the palms. Bow the head down. Inhale, lift up halfway lift. Right hand, floor or block. Bend into the right knee. Left arm's going to sweep to the sky as you inhale. Feeling the rib cage roll over to the left now. Option to take it into that half line or continue to reach the left arm to the sky. Inhale, release the bind. Exhale, lower everything down forward. Inhale, lift up halfway lift. Look out, lengthen. Plant the palms, step back to plank pose. Stepping one foot back, stepping the other foot back. Press away from the earth. So in our plank pose, we're in one long line of energy. Navel is engaged, pressing away from the earth. Option to drop the back knees down and keep them down. But you see the hips are shifting forward. They're not up in the tabletop position. We're going to move through 3 chaturanga dandasanas. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down. Chaturanga, elbows tuck sideways. Inhale, right back up. Higher modified. Exhale, lower down. Good. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lower down. Hover, hold. Release to the earth. Release the tops of those feet if they were tucked. Hands are right under the shoulders. When you're ready, inhale, lift up. Cobra pose. Maybe for this first one, let the hands hover off of the earth. Root through those pinky toes. Starting to engage into the serpent pole spine by lifting up. Inhale here, exhale, lower down. Wiggle out those hips a little bit. Taking another variation, option to walk the hands out a little bit wider or stay with that first option. When you're ready, inhale, lift. Lifting up as high as your body will allow, but drop the shoulders down and away. Maybe gaze slightly down, forward, or up. Exhale, lower yourself down. Clasping the hands behind the low back or grabbing your strap if you have a towel. Inhale, extend out through the knuckles, lift the heart. Maybe we lift the legs with us and coming into Shavasana. These little mini back bends help us get out of that flight or fight response. Inhale here, exhale, lower down. Hands under the shoulders, sit back, child's pose. Sink the hips up and back as you bow the forehead down. Walking those fingertips as far forward to the mat as you can and sinking the hips back in that opposite direction for the spinal elongation. Knowing that we can come into this pose anytime this practice or any practice gets to be too much, find your way into your child's pose. Meet us back whenever you're ready. Okay? This is also a phenomenal pose. If you're just not even practicing and you're already starting to feel a little stressed, come into a child's pose, regroup, breathe, clear your mind a little bit. Promise it'll help. When you're ready, inhale, lift up onto all fours. Tabletop, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Take an inhale, lift through those heels, look up to the top of the mat. Exhale, either tippy toe, walk, step, or hop. Finding your forward fold, once again, top of the mat. Be mindful to move with the breath. Inhale, lift up, halfway lift. Exhale, deepen your fold. Inhale, lift to rise, come all the way up to stand. Using this entire inhalation, once you arrive, step in a little bit more, maybe off of the heart. Exhale, take it right back down, leave with that heart. Inhale, lift up, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step back to plank pose. Lowering down from one chaturanga, again, option to drop the knees down. Inhale, shift forward, exhale, lower down chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or roll over the tops of the feet, upward facing dog, where the knees, the thighs, the pelvis is lifted. Exhale, chin to the chest, now up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting through those heels, looking up to the top of the mat, and as you exhale again, walk, step, hop, or float with your exhale. Inhale, lift up, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, deepen. Inhale, reverse your swan neck. So we're starting to move a little bit faster, but that doesn't mean our breath is choppy. Lift through the heart space. Exhale, take it right back down. Inhale, lift up, halfway lift. Tiptoe those feet to touch if they're not already. Exhale, Uttanasana chair pose. So sitting back into our chair, making sure that the belly is engaged. So drawing navel to spine, the hips slightly lift. One long line of energy through the fingertips, front of the head, down to the tailbone. Good, inhale from here. Exhale, fold it forward, let it go. Inhale, lift up, halfway lift, look out, lengthen. Exhale, plant the palms, step it back or float it to your chaturanga. So you can step back to plank, drop the knees down, or just lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay committed to the breath. Stay committed to your energy and your movement. Inhale, lift through the heels. Option to walk your feet to touch. And as you exhale, walk step, hop, or shakti tick. Finding your forward fold. Lifting up halfway lift. Exhale, deepen your fold. Inhale, lift to rise, moving down through the feet, using the the energy and begin breath to lift, 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 lift off. Exhale, last time, swan or bow, right back down. Inhale, lift up, halfway lift, tiptoe those feet to touch if they're not already. Exhale, Vinyasa. Good, so from here, we're gonna inhale. Take your hands to your heart center. We're just gonna twist over to the right, trying to keep your knees parallel. Good, inhale, come back through center, and take it over to the left. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, fold it forward, let it go. Inhale, lift up, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step or float it back. Good, inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. So take about 3 breaths here in your downward facing dog or in your child's pose. Allow yourself to come back to your intention for a moment, right? Allow yourself to just start to notice how the breath is starting to kind of power up a little bit, how you're starting to feel a little bit of heat, and you're starting to feel a heart rate rise a little bit. Taking one more breath here before we start to move, making your way into your downward facing dog when you're ready. When you're ready for the next inhale, go ahead and sweep that right leg up towards the sky, keeping the hips nice and square. So you lift your right leg, you flex through the heel, feel the body stretch in opposition. Move down through the fingertips, reach out through the heels. Inhale to lift the left heel, exhale, knee to nose. Round and plank, shift it all the way forward, as if we build to the glute. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Try to snuggle up as high as the tricep as you can. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, cross it over to that left side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose, and float the foot in between the hands. Right? A lot of times for us, some of us might not have the flexibility to get the foot all the way forward. So use your hand and glide it out so the knee is directly over the ankle. Drop the back knee down and tuck the toes. Walk your hands up that right thigh. Press that right thigh a little further forward so you feel more sensation to that left hip flexor. Okay? And then inhale, arms will reach up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good, now we're gonna take a little bit of a twist. So I want you to twist over to the right, try to take that left elbow outside of that right thigh. Keep shifting the hips forward as much as you can. For some of us, we might need to scooch back in order to find a little bit of a twist to release some of that off of the low back. Good, now from here, can you tuck the back toes, lift that back leg off the floor. Spiral the back heel down towards the earth, open it out, warrior two. Good, so making sure that that right heel is in alignment with the back arch of the foot, deep bend into that right knee. Tuck that tailbone underneath you, feel the inner thighs roll away from the midline. Soft gaze down past those right fingertips. Inhale, flip through the right palm. Exhale, add your exalt. Breathing through the right side body. Good, inhale, lift. Coming into extended side angle or bent knee triangle. Right elbow's gonna come to the thigh, left arm's gonna reach up towards the sky, or maybe bicep to here. Maybe let that right hand float in front as long as you're not caving down into that right side body. Another great option is to take the block inside or outside of that right foot. Okay? But I want you to feel the rotating of the torso, rolling the left side open and letting the right peek forward. One more breath here. As we inhale, slowly start to lift and stack back to your warrior two. Go ahead and straighten the right legs, turn those right toes. We're coming into a high skandasana, bending into the left knee, walking those fingertips out. So taking a bowing skandasana first. So left knee is bent, right leg is straight. Rooting through the outer blades of both of the feet as you bow the head down. And we're going to offer a twist here, adding a twist. Right hand's going to come right underneath that right shoulder. Inhale, left arm's going to reach up towards the sky. You can see our hips are still high. Inhale from here, exhale, lower the hands down. We're going to slowly straighten the legs, come all the way back up into that warrior two, just for a moment. Good, inhale, flip through the right palm. Exhale, add your exalt. Inhale to lift and stack. Exhale, windmill the hands down. Left hand plants. Back heel is going to peel off the floor. Right arm's going to reach up towards the sky. So coming into a twisted dragon lunge. Drawing the right hip back towards the earth so you feel a stretch through the right hip. Now scissor the inner thighs, coming up into water wheel. Option to keep the knee down if you need to. Inhale when you're ready, lift and stack the torso over those hips. Both fingertips are reaching in opposite directions. Good. And drawing the right hip back, again, staying right over the midline of the body. Adding an exalt here when you're ready. Left arm reaches up, right arm comes down the back of the leg. Inhale, back to water wheel. Exhale, plant the left hand back down towards the earth. Right arm reaches up once more, twisted dragon. Preparing for a side plank pose from here. Root down through the left palm. Step the right foot back to meet the left, come into your side plank. Right arm can stay to the sky or biceps here. Now, for modifications, you can always drop the bottom left knee down. You can stagger or stack the feet or lift the leg. But boost those hips up. Get out of that left wrist. When you're ready, taking your vinyasa, lowering the hands down. Plank pose, inhale, shift forward, exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. So taking a moment in your downward facing dog to kind of help neutralize and reset the spine, the pelvis, the hips. Let the crown of the head hang heavy. Lift the tailbone up. Take one more full deep inhale here. Melt the heart and the chest back towards the thighs as you exhale. Next inhale, sweep the left leg up towards the sky. Keep the hips nice and square. So internally rotating the left hip down so it stays in alignment with the right. You press out through the heel. You try to lift the heel up a little bit higher to open up the right hamstring. Deepen that stretching right hamstring a little bit more. Let's move. Inhale, right heel lift. Exhale, knee to nose, shifting it all the way forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Inhale, reach it up and back and lengthen. Exhale, cross it over to that right tricep. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose. Float it in between those hands. Or use that extra assistance of the hand to slide it out again, making sure the knee's over the ankle. Drop the back knee down and tuck the toes. Walk the hands up the shin bone first, or the thigh bone, excuse me, and press that thigh away. Good. Inhale, arms are going to reach up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take the twist over to the right, trying to take that right elbow outside of that left thigh. Good, and lowering down to feel that connection. And when we start to press the palms into the hands, we roll that right rib cage forward a little bit more through. Option to tuck the toes, lift that back knee off the floor. Not here for very long this time. As we're going to spiral the back heel down, windmill the arms open, flush it out into a warrior two. So always in warrior two, making sure that you can see your big toe. If it's caving in too much and you can see it, then let that left knee go more towards your two toes. Inhale, flip through that left palm. Exhale, add your exalt. Inhale, back to warrior two. Bend knee or extended side angle. Left elbow to the thigh. Right arm to sky or biceps here. Maybe let that left hand float in front. I didn't do this on the other side, but you can always take that half bind as well. Trying to remain nice and long through the left side body. Continue with the breath. Full deep inhales. Try not to chop it up. Full deep exhales. Inhale, slowly start to lift back to warrior two. And then straighten through the left leg. Turn those left toes in. High skandasana, bending into that right knee. Walk the fingertips out as you bow down. Moving through the outer blades of both of the feet. Feeling a sense of calm as you bow down. This always humbles us. This always allows us to come internally more connected to ourselves as we bow inside. Taking that left hand underneath the left shoulder as you lift up halfway. Keep the belly engaged. Inhale, right arm center, reach up towards the sky. High skandasana with the twist. Lowering the hand down, straightening through the legs, come all the way up, and then back to the warrior two, turning those toes back out. Settle back in, inhale, one more exalt, reach it forward, exhale, breathe through the left side body. Inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale, windmill the hands down, right hand's gonna plant, the back right heel lifts off the floor to square the hips, left arm reaches to the sky. So keep pressing away from the earth to activate this arm, because this is where we're gonna be coming to, right? Inhale when you're ready, exhale, Vashisthasana, side plank pose. Oh, just joking. Thank God for Andrea. Water wheel, scissor the inner thighs when you're ready. Inhale to lift. Scissor the inner thighs, which is gonna help with that stability in this twist, and it's gonna help support the low back. When you're ready, add your exalt. Right arm can reach the sky. And as Melissa's showing you, you can keep the bottom right knee down to kind of help with the low back. It's a little too intense. Good. Inhale to lift back to your water wheel. Now take that right hand back down towards the floor. Lift the left arm once again. Inhale to prepare. Now take it into your side plank pose. Left leg steps back to meet the right. Taking the same variation that you did on the other side, as long as there's no hindrances or limitations. Try to balance the body out. Inhale, taking your vinyasa, plant the left hand down, high plank. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Down dog or child pose. Once again, take a moment, regroup, check in. Where are you at? Right? Where are you at mentally? Where are you at physically? Try to bring all of that energy, attention, and awareness back into your intention. Back into what brought you onto your mat today. Again, draw that breath in as you inhale, take it to a 2 or 4 count breath. Fold it at the top, and then open up the mouth, exhale, sigh out. If there's any resistance, any expectations or judgments you are feeling right now, let it go with that out breath. Good, and then when you're ready, meeting me back in downward facing dog. As we inhale, we're making our way up to the top of the mat. So we're raising those heels, look in between the hands. Again, exhale, you can tippy toe, walk, step, hop, or float. Taking your time, inhale, lift up halfway lift, look out, lengthen. Exhale, deepen your fold. Inhale, reverse your swan dive, come all the way up, keep pouring the weight into the balls of those feet, off your heart at the top of it, and then exhale, take it right back down. Inhale, lift up halfway lift. Tiptoe those feet to touch. Exhale, full Uttanasana, chair pose. Good, so sinking back into your chair pose. Weight should be into the heels, maybe even lifting the toes so you really feel your arches of your feet engage. And then we're gonna take our hands to our heart center, adding our twist. Left elbow outside of that right knee. Now, goal for most people is to keep the knees nice and parallel and the hips parallel. If you do work through low back injury, let the left knee pull forward just a little bit to kind of help release some of that. Options to stay here in your chair pose, trying to take and rotate the left rib cage forward a little bit more. Maybe taking your right hand into a fist to help guide that. Maybe open up the arms to 12 and 6. If you're an advanced yogi or you know your body well enough, you can move into a side crow. By all means, take your side crow variation. Or just staying hang out in the chair, building up to that strength and building into the deeper twist. Good, so we're contracting through the ascending colon when we take this twist here. Slowly coming back up, gaze down towards the earth, hands to heart center. Starting to come into a humble flamingo, so or twisted flamingo, there we go. We're starting to shift our weight into the right leg, zip the left heel up. Keep gazing down. We're going to move through warrior 3. Keep the right knee bent, extend the left leg out. Keep the connection of the elbows, and then warrior 2. Back leg spirals down. Inhale. Open up, stack the spine, take that deep bend into that front knee. Good. Inhale, flip through the right palm. Exhale, add that exalt. Breathe, release. Excellent. Inhale, lift and stack. Coming into half moon pose. Lower the right fingertips down or grab your block. Start to pour your weight into the right leg. Left leg zips up off of the floor. Stacking the left side body. So you can take your left hand onto your hip. You can reach left arm to the side. You can maybe take a half bind. Taking the left hand to the opposite hip crease to the right. Maybe if you want to take your hand to your heart, add a little bit more balance. Or you can even find your foot in space, take a more challenging balancing option. But try to find something that's not moving. Try to keep your gaze, your connection, your concentration on and within you. Inhale with control. Lower the left fingertips down towards the earth. Square off that left hip. Left hand's going to come down towards the floor or block. Right hand to your hip. Good. Now from here, now that we have those neutral hips, roll the right rib cage open. Offering the twist here, or maybe reaching the right arm up towards the sky. And always keep a soft bend into that right knee too. Taking one more breath here. Exhale, lower the hands down, standing split. Hands to top, so we're not here for very long. We're just trying to build the heart and the chest back. Taking the preparation for Vinyasa. So you can just step back to plank, lower the knees down, take your modified Vinyasa. You can hop back to a three-legged dog and take your Vinyasa, or you can float into your inversion and take your Vinyasa. Or you can skip it all. You can come into your down dog or your child's pose. That's the beauty of yoga, is that we have options. We have choice within our own body and skin to move the way that we need to. Right? We're going to do that on the other side after we take a breath or two here. Taking a moment to wipe down if you need a drink of water. Down dog or child's pose. And then leaning back and downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting through those heels, look up to the top of the mat. Exhale, walk, step, hop, or float. Finding your forward fold once again, lifting up halfway lift onto your thighs. Exhale, doing your fold. Inhale, reverse your swan dive. Pour the weight into the balls of the feet. Use this entire inhale, this entire transition to take it as a little respiration. Exhale, swan or bow right back down. Inhale, lift up halfway lift, tiptoe those feet to touch. Exhale, once again, Utkatasana, chair pose. Weight back to the heels. Long spine, navel's engaged. When our belly is engaged, we can go a little bit deeper in a safe and healthier way into our twist. Hands to heart center. Right elbow's now going to come outside of that left thigh. Again, either trying to keep the knees parallel or just gently letting the right hip pull forward. Only if you have low back injuries, herniations, or both. Option to stay here, sit down a little bit deeper. Maybe open up the arms to 12 and 6. Maybe take a half bind or move into your side crow. Remember to stay mindful as we move through deeper and deeper variations or different explorations of the postures themselves, that we're staying true to our energy and to what our body physically needs today. Right? Just because we can do something doesn't mean we always have to do something. Good, so coming back to that twisted chair, take the gaze down towards the earth, start to pour the weight into the left leg, zip the right heel up towards the glute. Good, so coming into that twisted flamingo, keep pulling the heart forward. Then start to extend out through that right leg, trying to keep the connection of that right elbow to the left thigh. And then continue to reach out through those toes until you come into warrior two. Spiral the back heel down, windmill the arms open, head above the heart, deep bend into that warrior two. We've been here a few times, right? So your body should know. Inhale, pull through the palm. Exhale, exhale. Inhale, back to warrior two. Coming into that Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. So lower the left fingertips down or grab your block. Start to pour your weight into the left leg as the right leg zips up off the floor. Hands to block, floor, or let it hover. Right hand to hip or to sky. Or again, option to take it into that opposite hip crease or a half bind. I want everybody to think about that lifted leg. Keep it strong and active by pressing out through the heel. Keep lifting and elongating through the left side body. Good. Slowly release that right arm down towards the block or the floor. Square off that right hip so it's in alignment with the left. And then take that left hand to your hip. Good. So we want the spine to be really long. That's why I'm using the block to help lift up a little bit higher. And then as you rotate that left shoulder open, take your knees either straight out or up towards the sky or keep it down. Trying to neutralize the pelvis, keep the core engaged to let the twist happen again, naturally and safely within your body. One more breath here. Beautiful, guys. Lower the hands down, standing split just for a moment to bow down, and then take your vinyasa. Either step back to plank, lower the knees. I'll do this hill, hop to three-legged dog, and then take the vinyasa or move through your inversion, if that's a normal practice of yours. Down dog or child pose. If you're in the middle of playing and finding a breakthrough through an amazing sensation and posture, keep at it. If not, make your way into your down dog or child's pose. Take a nice full deep inhale, fill. Open up the mouth, exhale, let go of any extra added weight, anything that's not serving you, let it go with that out breath. Good. And then inhale when you're ready, downward facing dog. We're going to move through one more quick little sequence here. Inhale. When you're ready, knuckle hard and chest back. Exhale down. Inhale, right leg will sweep to the side. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right knee, left tricep. Step the foot out, come into the fallen triangle prep, or spiral the back heel down, reach the left arm towards the sky for fallen triangle. If you want to move into your arm balance, by all means. Lowering the left hand down towards the earth, back heel peels off as we inhale, right leg will sweep back up towards the sky. Coming into a high crescent lunge, any way you want to get there, knee to nose, float the foot through, heel, elbow, or scissor. Right leg's going to come all the way forward, root to rise, come up to stand. Good, so from here, hands to heart center. Slowly start to pour your weight forward as you zip that left knee up and into the chest. Excellent. So either keeping with your hands around your shin or taking a 2-finger grip hold of the big left toe, extend the left leg straight out, right hand to your hip, or strap or towel around the ball of that left foot to feel the extension. Okay? Lengthen through the crown of the head as you continue to root down through that right foot. When you're ready, draw the left leg out to the side, keeping the hip down and underneath you. With the help and guidance of the hip flexor and leg, lift the leg a little higher without opening the hip. Option to extend that right arm out to the side. Good. Offering a twist here. Draw it back through center. Take your right hand to your strap, thigh, or outer blade of that left foot. Zip up nice and tall as you twist towards the back of the room, extending the left arm out to the side. Again, keeping the belly engaged. Inhale from here. As you exhale, slowly unwind. Hands to heart center. Keep the leg lifted. Breathing off to the front of the room once again. Exhale. We're going to take a big step back and come back into your high crescent lunge, right where we just came from. Inhale, arms will reach up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Shift it forward. Option to drop the back knee down and tuck the toes. Take the twist, left elbow outside of that right thigh once again. So we're going to stay here for a few more breaths this time. You can either just stay with the simplicity of the twist. You can open up the arms to 12 and 6. Maybe take that right hand into the back pocket. You can move into an arm balance. If you want to take the full bind, if that's okay, your spine, go for it. If you are working really through some deep low back injuries, just take a little bit of a forward fold. You can just extend the right leg out and feel a little bit of a release. Okay? One more breath here. Slowly start to unwind out of your twist. Plant the hands down. Tuck the back toes, lift the back leg if the knee was down. 3 lunge pulses here. Dip the hips down with the heart. Exhale, straighten and bow over that right leg. Feel that flush. Again, inhale. This is also a great opportunity for those of you who have tight hamstrings to take hands under blocks and then melt back down. One more time, yogis. Inhale, pour the weight forward. Feel the full inhalation drawing forward to the right lunge. The exhale takes it into the hamstring stretch. Taking our vinyasa from here, when you're ready, plant the palms, bend into that back knee, or front knee, excuse me, step back to plank, or you can try to play with your zombie drag. Move away from those palms, lift the right leg up, and then take your vinyasa. Each choice. That's all we have. Inhale, left leg sweeps to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, reach up and up. Exhale, left knee, left triceps. Now a little bit high. Stay active. Stay connected to the breath. Inhale back. Exhale, cross it over to that right tri. Hold. Extend the leg out. Pause here with both palms down, or spiral the back heel down, palm and triangle. Or if you want to take your arm balance, rock it out. Lowering the right hand back down towards the earth. Sweep the left leg back towards the sky with the inhale. Exhale, coming into high crescent lunge. Knee to nose or scissor switch. Left leg's going to come all the way forward. You're going to move down through the feet, then inhale, lift, and stack the spine. Excellent, hands to heart center. Coming into that half wind relieving pose. Pour the weight into that left leg, zip the right leg up and in. Starting to find balance here first, and then we'll take that big toe hold, or the strap around the ball of the foot, or keep the right hand to the knee. So we're gonna extend that right leg out. If you're taking the extension, with or without the strap, maybe extend that left arm out to the side, palm up or down. Inhale when you're ready. Draw that right leg out to the side. If you start to feel wobbly and you lose your balance in this, totally fine. Just try to regroup, come back to your breath, and meet us back when you're ready. Happens all the time. Inhale, come back through center. Adding our dancing Shiva. You're taking your left hand either to your strap, outer blade of the foot, or your thigh. Rolling that right shoulder back, and maybe extending the right arm out. Either keeping your gaze over to the side wall, or if you can really challenge your balance, look down past those right fingertips. Keep the belly engaged to support the low back in this upper body twist. Inhale, come back through center. Hands to heart center, keep the leg lifted. Your leg shaking, kudos. It's not a sign of weakness, it's a sign that we're just getting deep into those muscles. Inhale here. Exhale, sweep it back into that high crescent lunge. Inhale, arms will reach. Exhale, option to drop the knee down, hands to heart center. Taking that twist, right elbow outside of that left thigh. Hinging forward. Again, kind of rolling that right rib cage forward and through. Feeling that left hip draw back as the right hip naturally pulls forward. Option to open up those arms to 12 and 6. Maybe hands to block, maybe take that right hand into that back pocket. Maybe take the full bind. But again, in any time we're twisting, to be super vigilant of the signals that your body is giving you. If there's any pull strain on the low back, release out of these twists just a little bit, right? So try not to go so deep into them. One more breath here. And then we'll flush it out with those 3 lunge pulses. So unwind, frame off that front foot. Option to grab your blocks to frame off. Deep bend into the left knee as you inhale. Pull the heart forward. Feel the stretch of the right hip flexor. Exhale, straighten and bow. Feel the stretch through the left. Again, inhale. Pull on the long wave of energy to draw you forward. Exhale and back. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Coming into our last vinyasa, bend into that knee, step back, plank pose, or if you want to try to play with a zombie drag, flex through those left toes, lift up with that left leg up into the hip flexor, and then take your vinyasa. One leg lifted or standard, or skip it. Good, downward facing dog. When you're ready, dropping down to the knees, child's pose. And let's take a restorative child's pose. So let's take your knees into the chest. So they're closer this time. Let's take your hands down by your side and just let the forehead rest down. When you come into this variation, it gives the entire body a moment to decompress, right? The shoulders melting to the earth, the forehead is resting down. You're feeling the weight of the back of the spine press into the front of the spine. Take a nice full deep inhale here. And settle in your exhale. And again, inhale from here. And exhale. And on the next inhale, slowly lift and stack your spine. Just coming into a nice comfortable seat, stacking the head above the heart. Shifting your weight off to one side or the other as you extend those legs straight out in front of you. Finding the center of the mat. And go ahead and, if okay, your tailbone, move your glutes out from underneath your sits bones so you can feel your sits bones and tailbone root to the earth. Flexing through both of your feet. Inhale, arms will reach out and up. Exhale, let's just take a seated forward fold. Lead with that heart. Lowering the hands down to your shins, the floor. Maybe grabbing your strap and wrapping the strap around the balls of the feet if you have tighter hamstrings. If you're a little bit more open, maybe you want to take your block and press it back behind the feet to take a little bit more elongation. Take an inhale, close the eyes, lift the heart just slightly, pulling the heart forward, and then as you exhale, see if you can use that space to bow down a little bit deeper. And again, inhale, lifting through the heart. Feeling slight uplifting energy here, and then as you exhale, becoming heavier and deeper into the stretch. And the next inhale, slowly lift and stack the spine, reaching the arms out and up. And then as we exhale, slowly lowering yourselves all the way down onto the mat, one vertebrae at a time. So taking your time to lower all the way down. Once you do reach those arms overhead, feel a nice full stretch to the spine. Once again, maybe little out the hips. Maybe grab a hold of that right wrist, reach up and over. And then opposite side. And just like we did in the beginning, hugging those knees into the chest. At this time, instead of just grabbing a hold of your shins, maybe you can reach for elbow to elbow and kind of feel the thigh bones really compress into the hip joints. And when we do that, we also feel a nice release of the low back as it melts into the earth. And then slowly release that contraction, releasing the soles of the feet onto the earth. Let the knees not be in towards one another as you let the feet walk out a little bit wider towards the mat. And then let the knees fall over to the right. And then maybe take your gaze and that left arm out over to the left. So you can just kind of stay here for this gentle twist, or you can take that right foot on top of the left thigh and just kind of use that as an added weight. Feeling it work through the quote-unquote love handles, or your flank muscles through the side bodies into the hip. Inhale, slowly release the right foot if you took the extra weight, and then come back to the center, letting the knees fall over to the left, the gaze down past the right. And again, option to take that left foot, the bottom leg, rest it on top of the right or the top. Again, listening to the body, because if that extra weight feels a little too intense, then go ahead and move the foot. Inhale, slowly release the foot, come back through center. Good, and then just windshield wiper those knees from side to side to help once again reset the spine, reset the pelvis. If there's anything else your body is kind of craving, by all means, take a few breaths here before coming to your Shavasana to really finalize your practice. So you can come into a happy baby, bridge, or restorative bridge with a block underneath the sacrum. If there's a cloud pose or Supta Konasana, butterfly. We are going to go right on into our Shavasana. I'm going to lower the lights just a little bit here. I want you to allow yourselves to come into whatever final resting pose is going to best suit you. Whether that's traditional Shavasana, maybe you want to move your mat to put your legs at the wall, or come into butterfly. Just allow yourself to go into a form that will allow for restoration to happen. Allow your mind and your bodies to surrender. And allow yourselves to be at peace and stillness. Closing the eyes. Allowing the breath to become effortless. Allowing the beating of the heart to come back to its natural pace. And allowing the mind to become still. As you lie there, allow yourselves, give yourselves full permission to surrender. This time of peace and quietness allows ourselves to restore, to realign back to our intention, our core values, our true selves. The beauty of being able to practice at home. Even though you can't be here with us physically, you can stay lying in the comfort of your own home as long as you need to, in this position, in your Shavasana, to help you seek and gain the clarity that you need, the restoration you need, the space you need within your own mind, your body, your soul, your life. So stay as long as you need to. Take your time to awaken whenever you're ready. We're going to stay and we're going to finish our practice here. So whenever you are ready to awaken and come back, the light within me humbly bows to the beautiful light within each and every one of you who are joining me now or in the future. Stay healthy. Stay committed to your health, your wellness, your love and compassion to yourselves. Namaste. Unlock, guys. Peace.
Thank you guys for joining us. If you want to continue to join us, you can go to Lotus Loft Yoga on Instagram and Facebook. We will always announce our live streams the day before. And also Andrea Levy Yoga on Instagram. I will post that on my story as well. That way you guys are in the know, you know when it's happening. And if you can't make the live stream, we'll always post it afterwards. So namaste.
Namaste, guys. Bye.
Thank you, Crissy.
Thank you.
Awesome. We had 9 people.